All right. Shalom, Zahab, GMS Mississippi Camp. This is episode of Spirit Wind Judah, and I'm basically going to go into the contrast between the East and the West. When I say the East, I mean basically Jerusalem, specifically how it was in the ancient world, and I'm comparing that to the West, basically Babylon, how it is now, because what I realize is a direct contrast between basically the East and the West, or the way things function in the West as opposed to the way things function in the East. All right, and the first is basically the West is physically oriented. You know, a lot of people in the West, men and women, they spend time, money, and energy basically on their outward appearance, whether it's working out or the status, the ego. That's all Western. Look at me, look at what I've accomplished. Not that people aren't health conscious as well, but the dominant thing is physically physical orientation, being physically oriented. Another thing the West has that the East is basically in a direct contrast to the West is a matrilineal, and it's like a matriarch. It's a matriarch society where the power is given to the woman. Child support, custody. Usually the woman dominates in that arena. And the East, the power is given to the man. Their customs is to honor the man. All right. Third is a separation of church and state. In America, when you go to court, you're not judged based on the Bible. Although in 1983, I believe, this was declared by Ronald Reagan, the land of the Bible. Basically the country is based on the Bible. All right. But in the East, you're judged based on your so-called religion. All right. In Jerusalem, we got judged based on the first 5 books of Moses. Even if you go to certain Islamic countries, they get judged by the Quran, man. In the West, we look at the Bible, and you'll go to church. You probably read the book of Psalms. Probably read the New Testament, but you don't actually use the Old Testament as a governing tool, man. All right. Another thing that the East is different from the West is actually interactions, man. Like in the scriptures, it tells you, I believe it's in Sirach, that a man's the heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. So in the East, you looked at as a merited individual, or individual with merit or qualities, if you know how to control your spirit. All right. Whereas in the West, a guy that's considered quiet, he's like weird. You know what I mean? Like, that dude's weird, man. He might kill somebody. Like, that's a sign of self-control, because you control your tongue, and the tongue is a powerful device. It's the life and death is in the power of the tongue. Another thing is temperance. The East, the scriptures, the ancient world, Jerusalem, Israel, basically the whole hemisphere, it basically teaches you temperance, self-control. All right? Everything has a structure, everything has order, everything has government. You have to have self-government. So in the East, we were taught to have self-government, whereas the West teaches you obey your thirst, indulge, all you can eat, do as thou wilt. When in Rome, do what the Romans do. You only live once. You see that direct contrast, man? The West, if you look on the compass rose, that's on the left, and the East is the right. So the West is like the left hand side, and in the East is the right hand side. All right. Another thing, in the West teaches you monogamy, in a sense that a man can only legally have one woman, whereas the East, a man can legally have more than one woman. And the funny thing is, I don't want to call it funny, but a woman can have as many men as she wants. She could date as many men as she wants, and you're just the option of her phone. Whereas the East should be considered a whore. in the West, a woman could dress like a hoe or be half naked. Whereas the East, that's considered a great shame. All right, that's a very great shame. So if a woman did something in the East, she would have the blame, because they know the power of a woman can have when it comes to sexually evoking a man or sexually provoking a man. Whereas the East, they just give a man a rape charge, man. All right. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wrote down. But that's the thing, man. Oh yeah, East, the medicines come from the earth for the most part, man. The ancient world, it was known that your medicine comes from the earth. All right, let food be your medicine, medicine be your food. Herbs were created for the body. In the East, you have pharmaceutical medicines, man, which is not medicine, it's poison, it's drugs. All right. So there you have it, man. The direct contrast between the East and the West. I hope that was a little food for thought. I'm Zahab, GMS Mississippi Campus. At the next lesson, I'm going to say Shalom.